Hello and welcome to Adam and Jen on the Move. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. We really appreciate you following along and watching our journeys. This week we have an awesome trip to Busselton, and what we want to do is highlight for you our most favourite beaches in the region.
So grab yourselves a beer or perhaps a glass of wine and enjoy what we think are the top 5 beaches in the Busselton-Dunsborough area.
Welcome to Adam and Jen on the Move. We are headed to the Busselton region, Denmark, Dunsborough region. We're actually just leaving Denmark. We have 3 nights only there. We are planning to show you some of the must-see beaches in the area. We've only got the 3 days, but we intend to show you what you cannot drive past, unless obviously the weather is rubbish. There is a ton of amazing spots in the region, and we have obviously been there before and shown you before, but our focus this time will be showing you some beautiful beaches that you have to go see. Plus, we're not on power, so we've got the PS2000 on board. She's fully charged up. We are full of water and we are ready to enjoy this trip. So join us as we head to the southwest and enjoy Busselton and Dunsborough, the beaches. Cheers! Welcome to beautiful Busselton, everyone. We've just set up camp at the Vass turf farm, which is where we always go. There is a ton of space. That is how much space she allocates between each van. So the next van was going to be here. So we've decided to come near the tree lined driveway, near the actual turf farm. And Nathan is pretty well set up and ready to go on number 4. Highly recommend. For $30 a night, the position of this is amazing. It is flat. The lady here, Wendy, is lovely. We've stayed here probably 5 times now, and I think we always will when we come to Busselton, because it's right in the middle of Busselton and Dunsborough, our 2 favourite places in the whole wide world. Anyway, we're going to set up and I think we're going to head to town. I'm hungry, thirsty, and in need of a swim. So anything could happen today. But welcome to Vass Turf Farm in Busselton. Talk to me, Goose. Across the road, or I think he's his son, from just across the road, came over with some eggs and said, do you guys want to buy some eggs? Farm fresh eggs from their chickens. One of the special green ones. $6. I'm stoked.
6 for a dozen. That's
cost you
excellent.
$8.50 in the shops, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, farm fresh eggs. I
What's the
love
size of that one? That's like from an emu.
That's a massive one.
They're cold too.
Oh, stoked. So nice to treat yourself to some local produce when you're out and about, certainly in regions like Denmark and Margaret River.
Not only that, we got a young fella come around with some eggs last night, so we bought a dozen eggs of him. So,
yep.
And we've already got a dozen eggs from the other day in Denmark. So now we've got 2 dozen eggs, so we're going to lash out today.
Freshy goodness.
And we're going to have a few eggs today.
Adam's having 3 for breakfast, I'm having 2. You'll probably have some for lunch. You can never get too many eggs in your belly.
That's right.
That's good for you, good protein. Oh, what a beautiful day in Busselton. Look at this. We're looking at 35 degrees today, I reckon. So this is definitely going to be a beach hop. And time to show you beach number 2. So beach number 1 yesterday was obviously the Busselton jetty. Whether you go one side, the other side on the jetty, all the way, it's just a pristine beach. No stingers yesterday, which is fantastic. So that is beach number 1. Today, I'm probably going to show you beach 2 and 3. Amazing.
So a nice little change for today. Jen is the designated driver, as she used to live here, so she is the local knowledge. So I am a passenger, and I get to look around and see all the beautiful things that Dunsborough and Busselton have to offer.
And tell me how to drive.
And do the reverse and tell her how to drive. No, that's not how you park. No, that's not good enough.
You're shit at this.
I'd be lost without her, honestly. I wouldn't know where to park, wouldn't know when to indicate.
Oh, stop it.
So anyway, a nice little change. And if by chance we do happen to stop for lunch, which no doubt we will.
Well, we just got paid yesterday, so the account is topped up. So we were going to pack a barbecue and all that, but the rear fridge isn't working at the moment. Well, the fridge is working, but the rear battery isn't working, which means I can't keep my mints and things cold. So we've kind of decided that we'll probably have a brewery lunch today. But first stop, just popping into town, doing a few jobs, and then we're going to head out to some of those specky beaches I was talking about earlier. Definitely do a swim, maybe do a snorkel, and then we'll probably find ourselves at a lovely little country pub in amongst the Margaret River vines.
Which means I get to have a sneaky pint or 2 because I don't have to drive for once.
Exactly. What?
Winner, chicken dinner.
This was a stupid idea.
Where are we, Marty?
Castle Rock Bay. So the majority of Busselton and Dunsborough are on this bay. This is one of our favourites. It's easy to access, easy to get to. There's loos in the car park. Super safe for swimming, nice and shallow, and a little bit of snorkeling adventure. So this is number 2 on our beaches list for must visits when you come to the Dunsborough, Busselton, Margaret River region. Would you not agree?
Yeah, this is lovely. Beautiful spot.
Beautiful. Dunsborough Township, and we are going up the peninsula toward Eagle Bay, Bunker Bay, and all of that, because there's no beach that isn't stunning, not one. So I'll show you my favourites.
Back, but I can't. I wanna leave you behind, but I can't. It's not easy to love you, darling. It's not easy to love you, darling. Should let you in the moment. Should tell you all the problems.
Notice I'm not criticising her parking.
That's because it's precision parking and super tight.
Unlike other people I know that sit in this car, I won't judge someone's parking.
That's because your parking is so shit. Notice how I'm going back straight. Not turny, 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 inny, outy, inny, outy, inny, outy, turny, turny. We're in.
Anyway, so this beach is?
This is Meelup Beach. So this is probably a beach that a lot of the locals don't go to because it is unfortunately the most stunning beach and most accessible, and there's toilet facilities, barbecue facilities, and there's also coffee trucks and ice cream trucks and that sort of stuff. So it's an amazing spot, but it is always busy. So the locals tend to find some other sneaky little spots. So we'll show you this, whether we end up staying here or not. It depends on whether we can get a nice spot. Otherwise, we're going to continue heading up the peninsula to the point where there are some really nice, quieter beaches. But this is a must-see if you can get a park. One of the other things that makes Meelup great is not only do you have a choice of the sand, but there is all of this grassed area. Have a check out at all the people lined up under the trees up there.
And it's obviously patrolled as well, so
yeah,
nice and safe for the kiddies.
Absolutely.
It's such a pretty spot.
We've found ourselves our own tree and a good parking spot. So this is perfect. You can just get less sandy, enjoy a nice picnic lunch here, and just be looking at that the whole time. Hot sand. One little stinger, which I got on camera for you. Hopefully he's the only one here. So as you drive along this amazing coastline, you just come across places like this. Point PK is one of my favorites. I've never actually swum here before. It just looks so delicious, doesn't it? Might come back here, but this is definitely on the must-see list. Whether you swim it or not, irrelevant. You gotta look at it. And once again, there's toilet facilities. Point PK.
Straight.
The only way I can shut him up
Crooked.
from having a go at my parking is to turn the GoPro on.
Revenge is so sweet.
He's having a go. Let's get outside and actually have a look at my parking. I know this is irrelevant to what we're supposed to be doing. Oh, looky, looky. Oh. What were you saying? What was the problem? My wheels weren't straight?
Yeah, you pulled in like that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I pulled in like this.
The camera was off, so she's gone like that.
No, I didn't. I pulled straight in. Okay, so it was just simply too delicious. So we're still at Point PK. We've just parked. Albate's going to put the drone up for us because this is stunning and I'm going to have to get in that water. let me tell you what my new absolute favourite beach is in Dunsborough, and that is here, Point PK. It's not a sandy beach, but it's like you've got champagne pools, rock pools, but when the water comes over from the little rock shelf on the outskirts, it's gentle. Everything is just gentle because you're in the bay. A yacht sails past and gently gives you a little flow of wave. It's just stunning. So if we can come back here again, we will. I couldn't show anything of the underwater. I think it would probably be stunning having a look at some of the underwater footage here, but stupid me, only
videographer, the only person in charge of doing all the videoing, left all the videoing equipment at home. So we're sharing an SD card with an old GoPro.
So the GoPro and the drone are sharing an SD card, and it's the only one I bought. I didn't bring the important bag of camera gear. I left that at home and just bought the shitty stuff. So, so nothing like a challenge, hey? I mean, why make it simple? That's not our style. So I can't video anything on the GoPro when the drone's up. So anyway, I think you got some spectacular footage on the drone, and that gives you a really good insight as to what is at this spot and how spectacular it is and how you must get here. And notice it's not crowded. Everyone's at Meal Up, where we were before. Not here. This is my new favourite #1 beach, but let's go have a look at some more. Why not? And a pub lunch, eh?
Why not? Tell us about Bootleg Brewery.
Another perfect park. Bootleg Brewery is located in the Margaret River region and is essentially in between Busselton, Dunsborough and...
It's on Wildberry Road. However, you can take several other roads that locals know, which take you another half hour to get there. Or you could just take Johnson Road, which will get you straight to Wildberry. But we did a detour, which went right down to Augusta and back, so it was quite an extensive little shortcut.
We didn't go that far. We took the very next left, but anyway, he didn't like that kind of thing.
Because the local knows where she's going. I know where I'm going, I don't need Google Maps.
It came up on me really soon. Anyway, Bootleg Brewery is smack bang in the middle, so it's dry and desolate and everything around the outside. It's not near the oceany bit. Perfect little establishment that's been here for years and years. As I say, I think it was one of the first breweries. I haven't been here in a million years. Adam's never been here. Lady on the phone was very friendly, and doesn't that make all the difference if you get great service straight up? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, after a yummy lunch and beer and wine at Bootleg Brewery, I saw a turn off to Moses Rock, so we're going to take a little detour and have a bit of a look at Moses Rock. Now we are going to come down here to Moses Rock. I'm currently in here at the brewery. So this whole region is so good just for driving around and whatnot. So let's go and see if Moses Rock is amazing.
Let's see. We need directions to get there.
No, I'll take you the long way.
Dirt road. This will be interesting. Okay, after a near-death experience, we're facing...
I knew you'd have to put that on. I knew you would. You wouldn't let that
Moses
slide.
Rocks. This is why I normally drive, because Jenny here in La La Land, oh look, a unicorn! And we drove off the road.
Oh, it was one wheel. Maybe two, but that was it.
Yeah. Anyway, tell you what, good way to teach you what your sphincter's for.
Oh, calm down. It was nothing.
Beautiful spot.
Lovely spot. And I think if you swam down around here, you'd find like beautiful champagne pools. You know, with the tide being a little bit more gentle, yeah, you'd get sparkly champagne pools. You just lay in there, similar to what we got at Point PK, which we might go back to. This is Smith's Beach, so just came here. It's not necessarily my favourite beach or anything like that, but it's an easily accessible beach and it's warm and I still just want to have my final dip for the day. So this is very easy to just park up nice and close and have a bit of a swim, so I thought that's what we do. We decided if we were going to have one last swim, it had to be back at the champagne pools of Point PK. So we gave Smith's Beach a little ta-da and drove back to the point. Absolutely stunning champagne pools with a glass of wine. Is there any other way to finish the day? It's been a long, hard day. Good morning and welcome to our last full day, or our second day, which is we only had 2 full days in Busselton, but we come here enough that, you know, we can pick and choose a little bit where we go and what we do. So today we're actually going to just do a few things in town, experience the town. I've been nagged at again by my little friend that I must get the wraps from a certain wrap place near there, so I'm going to try that for lunch. Just do a little bit of shopping. We've got to fill up the gas bottle, and then I think after lunch we will definitely head to Yallingup to do some snorkeling and some swimming, which will be our last one for this trip. So join us. It's another beautiful day, and Busselton Township has so much to look at and see, so we're just going to relax, enjoy that kind of thing, and then of course we've got our special dinner tonight. Apparently this is the place to be for wraps. So I've decided to get one of the wraps, and these things look absolutely massive. I'm not even hungry yet, so I'm going to pop them in the esky and have it later when we're at the beach. While I'm waiting for my fabulous wrap, as suggested by Max, my mate, we wandered down Fig Tree Lane and had a look at this stunning gallery. Guys, if you are shit at taking photos similar to what we are, do yourself a favour, save up a little bit and get yourself something from here, because they have the most stunning photos and pictures and canvases. Don't bother doing it yourself, get one of them. Amazing. Wow, it's a double whammy. Oh my god.
Should keep you happy for about 10 minutes.
Haha. Yeah. So, we decided before we have a bit of a swim at Yallingup to come and have a look at Sugarloaf. We went into a gallery, which I'll put the scenery in, or if I haven't already done so. And the most spectacular pictures, even more so than the Busselton Jetty, was Sugarloaf. everything was sugarloaf, sugarloaf. It was stunning in all different kinds of weather conditions. So we've decided, let's come and have a look at this famous, amazing place. And here we are. They call it sugarloaf. And this is the majestic Yallingup. This is stunning, crystal clear water. Unfortunately for us today, it's just too windy. Perfect for the kite surfers and windsurfers and all that. I don't know whether I'd be down there with those guys having a swim. A bit too close to the action for me, but we'll also show you some footage of when we were there last time when it wasn't as windy. But this place is stunning. You've got to love the Busselton region. Be a bit windy, but it's still a beautiful spot to stop and have lunch. So it's time for me to tuck into my beautiful oversized Manu wrap and just enjoy the scenery. Best seat in the house. The best seat in the house. Alright guys, well this is another essential must visit. Today it's too windy, but on a calm day this is specky, and the beach water is stunning. You've got the wild beach over here, or you've got the snorkeling down here. And obviously when it's windy, you can play on your little surfy thingies.
Beautiful spot.
Beautiful.
Come and visit.
Yep. So that's our beaches. I'll list them out for you. Not necessarily in order, just of the ones that you must see. And obviously that's just my opinion and a little bit of old mates as well. It's a stunning region full of...
My opinions are given to me courtesy of Jenny.
He's got great opinions.
If she wants my opinion, she gives them to me.
That's why I'm going to keep you. You're well trained. So. Alrighty, so we are on our way to Ooze and Tang. It's date night, Friday night, our last night at Busselton. Alrighty, so we are back from our date night, nice and early. Only really took an hour. We just had a couple of
Still daylight.
sharesy platters. Whole thing. The pork was amazing. The beef tartare was amazing. So no, it was good. It was lovely.
Yeah, flavours were sensational.
Really good. Yeah. So that was a nice night, and I'm pleased that we're home nice and early. Obviously, I had to watch no drinking because I was a designated driver. So guess what I'm doing now?
Catching up.
Hell yeah. So we're going to relax. Our last night, won't show you too much. We'll say goodbye to you in the morning.
I got a feeling that tonight will be the best night I can feel in. When I see you around, my heart is set to healing. I got a feeling.
So always a convenient stop just as you're leaving Busselton. They've got a perfect dump point, a freshwater fill, and right near the bay is a loo. It's a nice way to say goodbye to Busselton head back up the long, boring highway to Perth. So this bay essentially runs almost all the way from Bunbury. This has to be your first stop when you come to Busselton. Number one. Number one has to be.
I love to nights off. If you want to dance, you have to try get it on. Just you and me, forget about the time gone. About the time gone.
Alright, well, while we're enduring some long, slow roadworks, let's look over the beaches of Busselton. So, as I just showed you, the must first see as you come into Busselton has to be the jetty. Whether you're swimming there, taking a walk on the jetty, just looking at it, going to the Goose, going to Shelter Brewery, just take a wander down from one of the beautiful parks along there and have a look at that, because it's so big and vast, it's so shallow and clear, so it's perfect for all types. So that would have to be, not that any of these are in order, but that has to be the number one thing that you cannot go to Busselton and miss out on. Absolutely. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
It's iconic, it's beautiful, and you can get some absolutely stunning pictures. Go to a gallery and pick up one of the pictures that we saw. You'll pay about $200-300, but you will get this amazing sunset style look over the Busselton jetty and the little huts there. So that has to be the number one. A surprising one for us, although I've always loved the Point PK Bay, the beachy bay, I have never discovered the little rock pools and the little champagne pools that we swam in for yesterday, the day before yesterday. Absolutely stunning, and definitely my favourite spot.
And older now too, we like the calmer waters.
Yeah.
You know, like I used to love the surf, but now I just kind of like relaxing in the water and just letting it roll over you, not smash you about. So yeah, good for us oldies.
If you do like the big pool, Smith's Beach, we did take a quick visit there. I'll show you that now. It has some of the big-ish waves. It's a nice wide beach. It's got a restaurant nearby, so that is a nice one to stay for a couple of hours if you like that kind of beach in the big pool. But getting back to the bay for us, definitely a must-see, Meal-Up Beach. Beautiful, good for kids once again, protected, little bit of snorkeling, not much, but just a spectacular beach with grassed areas, plenty of shade, which is what you need on the hot summer days. So Meal-Up, absolutely a must. The other, Castle Rock, Castle Bay. This is one that we frequent most of the time when we come here because it's not as busy as Meal-Up, not as busy as Busselton Jetty generally, and there is a little bit more snorkeling to do there. Also protected, also shallow, crystal clear water, just stunning. So as I say, really from Busselton all the way up to Eagle Bay on that peninsula, you could stop anywhere along there and just have the best time, best swims. All depends on what you're after, whether you're after champagne pools, shallow swimming, or getting knocked about in the big pool.
Don't forget Yelling Up.
We visited Yelling Up, as you saw, and we just didn't have the right weather conditions for that, but we have been there before. I'll pop that in and then you can see how stunning it is. I did a tiny little bit of snorkeling when I was there that time. It was lovely and clear. I don't think there's much to see snorkeling wise, like you're not going to see big bommies and massive fish and, you know, a whole heap of marine life, but
Again, but you get the best of both worlds there because you've got a nice little protected area off to the left. And then if you wish to go into the, you know, the surf, you got the right hand side, which is
more the big
more
pool.
open, and it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it has everything, and again, it's close to shops and things like that. Got a great playground, grassed area. So must-see beaches: Yelling Up, the Jetty, Meal-Up, Point PK. Don't leave that one out. Castle Bay, Castle Rock, and if you like a bit more of the rougher stuff, Smith's Beach. Plenty to do, plenty to see, a must do. The beaches of Busselton.
Tell us your favourites.
Exactly. Leave a comment below if you think that we're ridiculous. In regards to the beaches only, of course. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe.
Get busy living.
Latest,